What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Sportsgasm Podcast, the podcast created by sports fans for sports fans because we believe that we are the most qualified people to talk about it.
Sorry,
The hell was
my
that?
finger slipped. My finger slipped.
Okay, so apparently our intro decided to do it again because we skipped the first clip. Whatever. All right, I'm your host Isaac,
And I'm Kylee, who doesn't seem to do
and we
anything
are
right.
down. It's a great way to start episode 24. We are down a man today. Calvin has some personal business he has to take care of. Hopefully, he'll be able to join us a little bit later. With
He should
that
be able
being
to.
said, yeah, he should be able to. With that being said, this is episode 24. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to be previewing the NHL draft, talking about all things baseball and off-season news in the NBA because free agency just started. And wow, there's a lot. Before we begin, of course, we got a little tongue-tied there. Before we begin, of course, big shout out to all of our sponsors and especially to those that have given us these excellent promo codes you can use. If you use promo code OCS at www.bodycheckwellness.com, you can get 25% off all of your hemp-derived CBD oils and edibles for you and your furry friends. And if you're looking to start growing out your voluptuous playoff beards a bit early, I know the offseason just started, but hey, might as well. You can head on over to www.norsebeards.com and use promo code OCS at checkout to get 25% off your Beardsman products. Recommend the beard brush and the beard oil. That stuff is awesome.
Yes,
You're
sir.
not gonna jump in there, Kylie?
Well, I mean, I don't have a beard. I can't
I know.
really.
Yep. All right.
But
Well,
always grow
we
out
got
those playoff beards.
hell yeah, playoff beards for the win. As long as your team actually makes the playoffs.
Hmm.
I'll see myself out.
We'll see about that one.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got a lot to talk about today, so we're going to start things off as we always do with the only sport that's actually going on right now, if you don't count golf or tennis or motorsports, and that's Major League Baseball. There's a lot to discuss as usual. We're going to start things off with All-Star Game voting, which has officially begun.
Yeah, it has, and um, this is true. I don't have a beard. I don't.
Th-
I wish
Thank
I.
you, Thank you, Fallout. Thank you, Fallout Girl. Thank you for pointing out the
Yes.
obvious. Yeah, All-Star Game. So All-Star Game voting has begun.
Yeah, the finalists were announced. Judge and Acuna, of course, Judge,
Well, yeah. I mean, you can't count
were
out Judge.
automatic locks, so they're automatically in. Some of the players, though, it's little craziness going on as always because it's the MLB. So the All Star ballots for the final, the final people. We got where is it? You got Vladdy and Ty
Yeah.
France for first base in the AL.
Okay.
For second base in the AL, you got Jose Altuve and Santiago Espinal.
Vote
For
for
third
Espinal,
base,
please. Vote for Espinal. Don't let that. Don't let that little. Don't let that.
he has
Don't,
44% of the votes right now.
don't
So
let
he's
anybody from the Asterix get onto that All-Star team. They don't deserve it, no matter how well they're doing.
uh and then for third base we have Rafael Devers and Jose Ramirez. For shortstop, it's Tim Anderson and Bo Bichette. Um, for the outfield, it's Mike Trout, Giancarlo Stanton, George Springer, and Lourdes Gurriel. For DH, it's Shohei Otani and Jordan Alvarez.
Otani.
All for the
Otani.
AL.
Let's go AL.
God, it's Otani, man. You gotta.
Who are the AL
Um,
pitchers?
I haven't seen that actually. I don't think that's been announced yet or anything. I haven't seen that.
I'm gonna have to figure that out later.
Yeah, right.
There's a certain pitcher. There's a certain pitcher who's been nasty this year who deserves to be in. I'm just gonna say
Nasty Nestor.
nasty Nestor.
He'll get in. He'll get in for sure.
Yeah.
For the NL for catcher, it's Wilson Contreras and Travis Darnaud, of course.
I don't
For
know any
first
of these
base,
people because the National League is the
is
inferior
it
league. But
Darno?
keep going.
Is it Darno or Hey, no.
Yes.
For first base, it's Paul Goldschmidt and the dude that wears number 20 on the Mets,
Who is
uh,
that?
Pete Alonso.
Yeah. Say it.
For second base, it's Jazz Chisholm and Ozzy Albies. My
Jazz
vote's
Chisholm.
going to.
Jazz
He's
Chisholm.
so good.
Guy's going off this year.
He's so good. For third base, it's Manny Machado and Nolan Arenado.
Ugh.
And as a Phillies fan, for the love of God, vote for Machado.
Yeah, we'll talk
We'll
about
get
that
into
later.
that later.
We'll get into that later what Arenado did to the Phillies.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. For shortstop, it's Dansby Swanson and Trey Turner, future Philly. For outfield, it's Mookie Betts, Jock Peterson, Starling Marte, and Adam Duvall.
Starling Marte, by the way, that guy is dangerous.
Yeah, that dude.
I'm not looking forward to having him as the leadoff hitter for the Mets when the Yankees have to go to Citi Field later this month.
Right?
No.
For DH, it's Bryce Harper and then William Contreras. And if you are voting for anybody other than Harper, you're wrong.
Well, he has been hurt.
He's been hurt, but he still needs, like, Trout got in last year and didn't play.
Oh, true, he did. Yeah, vote for Harper.
So I don't want to hear the injury thing. The injury thing doesn't exist anymore.
I just want to say it's crazy that we're already this deep into the season that All-Star voting is coming up because, like, I did not. It's crazy.
It's flown by.
Yeah, it has flown by as I just deleted by mistake the page that we have all of our stuff we're talking about on. Oh, here it is. Okay. Hit the wrong button there. Rel, let's start to get into some games. As always, we love to talk about blowouts and people getting their intestines rearranged on the baseball field, like the Nationals. Oh man, the Nationals got murdered 11-0 by the Phillies.
Yeah, that was crazy. Behind two Schwarber home runs, a real Muto home run, and
you mean Schwarbombs?
Schwarbombs, yes sir.
Schwarbombs.
It was a great thing to watch, and living in the DMV right now is fun.
There's another reason it's fun living in the DMV, and that's because of the team on the other side of them. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
Because the Nationals did something else.
Yeah.
Did they?
Wait, what?
Wait, is it the Nationals or the Phillies who did this?
Did what?
Murder the Braves, 14-4.
The Phillies did that.
Okay, Phillies. I don't know why. I thought in our notes it made it look like the Nationals did that. Yeah, the Phillies have been so weird because one night they'll be fantastic and they'll murder the Braves, who have been one of the best teams in the NL this year, 14-4, and the next day, like, they're just flaccid.
That has been less of an occurrence now that we fired Girardi.
It has. They have definitely improved, but at the same time, like.
But then you have them when they played the Cardinals and allowing 4 straight home runs in the first inning.
Nolan Arenado.
So.
Yeah.
Arenado is a Phillies killer right now.
That's going to be a tough one. If Philadelphia wants to try and sneak into the postseason, they got to get over this inconsistency. That's the only way.
I think we're getting over it. The bullpen's getting better. The offense has been heating up, and we're getting better.
Oh, definitely. You know who also is getting better? Who really is getting better? The Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
Who here predicted that the Orioles would be just a few games back of 500 heading towards the midway point of the season? No one here did.
No, ever since they brought up Adley Rutschman, for some reason, everything's been crazy.
They have been playing on another level. Ticket prices are actually starting to go up. I should know. I went to get tickets for the last Orioles Yankees series because I got to go support my boys. And the tickets are actually, like, expensive.
I'm going to the game in New York, the last series of the season.
Nice. But, yeah, Orioles are looking good, but they're also winning games in ridiculous ways, such as, and we're going to do this. We're going to do this now because we just brought it up. We're going to do things a little out of order here. Your Goober of the Week brought to you by Rob Manfred, Texas Rangers, for being beaten by the Baltimore Orioles. Not normally, not in any conventional way, but by a walk-off hit by pitch.
Watch this. We got the video.
We have the clip.
Yeah,
roll the clip.
Watch this.
Oh, he's hit. A walk-off hit by pitch. Hayes scores, and he'll have to help Mateo, who got absolutely drilled to first. The Orioles with a...
So...
They lost by a hit by pitch walk-off. The worst part about that is that they gave Mateo a Gatorade bath at first. I'm like, dude, he's clearly in pain. Get him to a doctor before you celebrate. Come on, man.
Yeah, that one was clearly hurting him. But still, how do you allow a walk-off hit by pitch? Like, how does that happen?
That happens because the Texas Rangers have been relevant since losing back-to-back World Series. The Rangers do nothing. You don't hear anything about them. The last time they did anything notable was Joey Gallo leaving them to go to the Yankees. That's it. The Texas Rangers are one of those teams that just kind of exists. They don't really, they're not even like the Mariners. So, the Mariners haven't been to the playoffs in over 20 years, but the Mariners still have enough weird and crazy things happen to them and at least have enough notable players that people pay attention. No one pays attention to the Rangers. They are an enigma. They just exist.
Yeah. I mean, we had so much hope for them going into this season. They looked like they were going to improve on last year when they were very close to a playoff push. Didn't happen.
They just don't have the oomph necessary to get over the hump,
No, they don't.
The one time they played the Yankees this year, I watched a couple of their games and I actually ended up turning them off because it was just boring to watch. I love watching the Yankees kill people. Speaking of which, the Yankees are on fire as always. Yankees, though, can we not lose to the Pirates, please? That really confused me, and I have so many questions. Why did we lose to the Pirates? Why did we lose to the Pirates? It's fine. We're 2 games away from 60 wins, and we're still on pace to break the all-time Major League record for wins in a season. We just got to stop losing to teams like the Pirates.
I cannot believe you guys are about to beat the season record. That's insane.
Just leaning over and knocked on my bookshelf to knock on wood. Don't want you to jinx us. Yeah, no, the Rangers are just kind of there. They haven't really done anything this year. And do they even have fans? Are there any? If anybody watching this now live or who listens to this later when it goes onto all of our platforms, by the way, find us on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music,
Spotify,
and YouTube. There you go. If anyone listens to this later as a Rangers fan, hit us up. We'd love to interview and ask why.
Yes. Aside from being from Texas.
Yeah.
But, it's always fun when shitty teams play each other because there's always a chance of a very high-scoring game.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what happened when the Cubs beat the Reds 15-7.
Imagine us remember at the beginning of the season when we were applauding the Cubs, being like, they're so good. Seiya Suzuki's going off. They look so good. This is the year they finally get back to the playoffs and they start putting together another push. They're one of the worst teams in the league right now. They fell off a cliff to the point now that they're considered a shitty team and they get to do shitty games like beating the Reds 15-7. And of course, the Reds, who actually have improved since that terrible start to the season, still can't get anywhere.
No, they really can't. They're stuck where they are. And it's unfortunate because the Reds deserve better.
And the worst part is, they do deserve. Well, they do deserve better. They've deserved better for a long time, a long time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking back to the days of Marge Schott and the Reds just being absolutely terrible during the 90s. They've deserved so much better. But I will say this: the NL Central is the most entertaining division to watch in baseball right now because all of the teams outside of Milwaukee and St. Louis are terrible. The Penguins lost 19-2 to the Brewers. Penguins? Pirates. Got my Pittsburgh. You know what? Don't blame me. It's Pittsburgh's idea to have 2 of their teams have a P-word name. All right? I get them mixed up. The Pirates lost 19-2 to the Brewers.
Doesn't help that they all wear black and yellow.
They really do. I don't understand. If they had a basketball team, they did have a basketball team the very first year the NBA was founded back in 1947. Guess what colors that team wore?
Black and yellow?
Yeah, black and yellow.
Of course.
Black and yellow.
They're like the only franchise to do that.
That city.
I respect it.
Those are their colors. I'm not surprised they're not suing the Bruins every single year. Those are not your colors. They're our colors.
Well, the Brewers are blue.
The Bruins are blue. You want to say that
Bruins.
Again? What?
I said Brewers.
Nah, Bruins.
I was gonna say the Brewers are blue.
Yeah. Speaking of the Brewers, 19-2 victory over the Pirates. The same Pirates that beat the Yankees, mind you. You can see why I might be upset about that. If you can't see why I'm upset about that, you just don't understand baseball.
This is why I love baseball, dude. Anything can happen on any given game.
It's so weird. It's so weird.
Speaking of
anything can happen. Another blowout that happened, because we just kind of only like to talk about blowouts. White Sox beat the Giants 13-4. The Giants are a good team, but recently it looks like with how good the Dodgers and the Padres have been in that division, San Francisco is starting to struggle a bit. And I don't think 3 teams from that division are getting into the playoffs.
That's why I brought it up in the notes.
Yeah, one of those teams is not making the postseason, and I think it's going to be San Francisco.
I think so too. They seem to be falling off a huge cliff.
Oh yeah. Other news to go around in the league: Max Scherzer returns to the Mets from injury and immediately struck out 11 on 79 pitches, and yet the Mets lost 1-0 to the Reds.
God. Perfect timing, because Calvin's about to hop on in a couple minutes.
Oh boy, we can make fun of his team more for that. I have to say, as a Phillies fan, you must be feeling ecstatic that the Mets lost to the Reds in such an embarrassing fashion.
So you know that meme where the kid is dressed up in pajamas and said to my grandma's funeral, and then the next picture he's in a suit and it's like something weird, like an NBA game or something?
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually,
for the suit, that's me with the Mets downfall. I'm here for it. I need it to happen.
It hasn't happened yet, and this is the deepest we've gone into a season in a while where the Mets have not fallen apart.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect. It's so weird.
We'll see what happens. I'm not,
we'll see what happens.
I am concerned, but I'm not too concerned yet. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
But the trade deadline.
Ooh. I'm going to be honest. I have no interest in the trade deadline because my team is so good. I don't have any worries. It's so nice to not have to worry about who we have to trade or if we're going to pick anybody up, because we don't need anybody.
I cannot wait until you guys get bounced in the wild card again.
We don't even have to play in the wild card.
You will.
No, we won't.
You will.
No, we won't.
You will.
Look at the standings.
You will. But don't you want to unload Joey Gallo?
Oh yeah. Oh, Joey Gallo. Yeah, we can get rid of him. He has been the weak link all season. The Yankees roster.
I feel bad for him.
I do too. He has not been producing this year. I remember the last Yankees game I went to. Hang on a second. A friend of mine is watching the show for the first time and has got some great comments. This is funny. It's just y'all roasting each other. Thank you, Fallout. Thank you, Fallout Girl. This is what we do. We basically just roast each other and our teams the whole time. We only get serious occasionally, and even when we get serious, we can't help but crack a couple jokes.
Yeah,
so
we have to make fun of each other. Oh shit! Oh shit!
What happened? What just happened?
Oh shit!
What just
trade
happened?
Alert!
We have a trade alert?
Yes. The Panthers are acquiring former #1 overall pick Baker Mayfield from the Browns.
There you go. Let's
go.
There you go. Baker
Free
Mayfield.
my boy Baker.
Baker Mayfield to the Panthers.
Let's go.
Let's see. Where is it? Baker Mayfield to the Panthers.
2024 conditional 5th round pick. That's it? You waited that long? Dude, Carolina fleeced them. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. Well, I love our live reactions.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious. Wait, where are you seeing this? I'm not seeing it anywhere on my
Ian
Rappaport?
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. Baker finally free. Good for him. He's gonna maybe do well. We'll see about that one. Oh my god.
Why is Rappaport not showing up on my?
That is crazy. Oh shit.
Are you sure that's happening? I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Yeah. Ian Rappaport, a new QB in Carolina. The Panthers are acquiring. Yeah.
I don't understand how you're getting this and I'm not getting this.
Are you on Twitter?
I am on Twitter. but Ian Rappaport isn't showing up. I literally searched him up, and I can't find Ian Rappaport. Does Ian Rappaport have me blocked? What did I do?
You think you have that much clout?
I do not have that much clout. If I had that
Oh
much,
man,
if I had that much clout, I wouldn't know what to do with it, and would want to go back to not having it.
that
Fun
is
fact.
really
Fun fact for anyone who's watching: I have no interest in being rich and famous because it's too much work.
that is insane, dude. All right, good for him. We'll see what happens with that. Good for him.
Yeah. I don't understand. How are you getting this and I'm not getting anything?
Because I'm cooler than you.
Baker Mayfield. Let's just look. Here it is.
I guess we're still on that. But yeah.
Here it is. Baker Mayfield. Only for a 2024 conditional 5th-round draft pick. Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
The whole thing, this whole ordeal was waiting, and all they got was a 5th-round pick. Conditional.
I would like to say that the Browns officially take over as our goober of the week because really? 2020 that's well, at least Baker's out of that. Thank you, Fallout Girl. I am cooler. I'm cooler. Let's go back to MLB stuff. Let's go back to some MLB stuff. That was fun.
Jesus.
That was fun. I still say that's definitely up there in crazy things that have happened live on the show, right up with the Carson Wentz trade from episode 10 or 11.
Crazy.
That one was
Calvin
fun.
Back on?
Yes, Calvin is here. Good, just in time for me to make fun of the Mets.
He might be having an issue with loading on. It looks like.
We're getting it. We're getting it.
They will pay Baker. The Browns will pay Baker $10.5 million this season.
Crazy.
Jesus,
by the way, everybody, if you're enjoying today's episode, remember you can watch our live episodes every Wednesday at 1 p.m. while you're on your lunch break. If you're home from work, whenever you want to watch. You can also catch this later. We upload these as Calvin exits because of connection issues. How fun. You can also watch recorded episodes every noon. And we got special episode possibly coming up tomorrow for the NHL draft. More on that later.
Oh, we forgot about the announcement.
Oh, yeah. We also have a very special announcement for today's episode, and that is the following. You have to wait until the end. It is a practice in patience.
Yes.
It is a big announcement. We wanted to roll this out. We wanted to roll this out last week, but it got delayed a little bit, but it's going to be fun.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be crazy. Yeah. So moving on with the MLB. So, all right, Calvin's back. What's up, Calvin? What's up, 40?
Here I am. I'm back.
Welcome back, buddy.
Sorry for the late arrival, guys. I had a crazy morning today. Very crazy morning, but we're all good and we're here now.
Good. I hope everything's all right, my dude.
Well, I hope you're ready to get some bombshell news because the Browns just traded Baker Mayfield to the Panthers for a 5th-round draft pick in 2024.
What have I been missing?
It literally just happened.
Yeah, we're talking about the Mets. We're talking about the Mets.
Baby, the Mets.
And all of a sudden, Kylee just starts going, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. Yeah.
So Baker Mayfield for a 5th round and what else?
Conditional 5th-round pick. That's it. The Browns are paying $10.5 million.
The Browns really just said, take him. We don't want him.
They got him for a piece of bread. Wow.
Not even that, dude.
A piece of bread? Yeah.
Not even that, dude. That was such a fleece.
Oh, I want Baker to have revenge. Well, no, he's on a division rival. He can have a fine season. That's all. You know what? He can have a fine season. He can. Go ahead.
We were talking about Baker not too long ago. I hope he, makes me pay for my words a couple episodes ago where I said he hasn't shown me anything. He's trash. Go out there and do something, Baker. Good luck to him out there in Carolina.
Do something, Baker. Please prove me right.
I hope you have a solid season, Baker, but we're still coming for your ACL. Just warning you. Welcome to the NFC South.
Oh, yeah, he's in your division now.
Welcome to the NFC South. People get hurt in this division. You're on the team. You're on a team that I hate the second most. Get
Why do
ready.
you hate the? Oh, because Cam Newton.
No, because the Panthers in general.
True.
We'll talk
All
about
right, so you hopped on just in time for us to talk about the trade deadline. Who do you want the Mets to acquire?
that. You guys can talk about the trade deadline. I don't need to.
Yeah, you don't need any
My
trades.
team's
You don't need
as
any
long
trades
as we
over there, man.
as long as we just get Joey Gallo out of here and release him from whatever bad season he's having, I don't care. So you guys discuss the trade deadline. I'm just going to sit here and smoke on that pirate pack.
Oh man, I walked into a funny episode today. It's great.
It has been very funny.
Just constant shit talking.
Mets to acquire. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get back on that. I'll give my take to the people on Twitter later today. I'll have to get back to that.
All right. So, you guys can have Familia back, free of charge. I'll give you a cheesesteak.
I mean, we'll take him. He might be able to do something over here on our team.
You should take the deal. Philly cheesesteaks are delicious.
Who do you want the Phillies to acquire, though?
I'm looking at Benintendi, honestly.
Andrew's a nice pickup.
Either Benintendi.
You guys want Joey Gallo?
Nah, we're good.
He's a great outfielder when he wants to be.
When he wants to be.
You guys can take Joey Gallo.
Nah, we're good.
I heard Josh
honestly though,
Bell
maybe for cheap, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
Yeah, I heard Josh Bell might be available. I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind.
you think he's the best free agent on the market? You think he's going to be the hottest name on the trade block?
Probably.
I think so.
I would not be opposed to. Who does he play for right now? Remind me.
The Nationals.
The Nationals. This is Joey Gallo. He's good sometimes. Most of the time.
You already have a first baseman.
All right, we do.
I thought you were going to say out of the trade talks.
Yeah, but I really want to get rid of Joey Gallo.
Yeah, well, I don't need Josh Bell either. I got Petey.
Yeah, actually, thinking of it now, we don't need Josh Bell because we got that good old Italian boy Tony Rizzi handling first base.
Tony Rizzi.
when I go to the Orioles Yankees game later this July, I'm gonna be screaming that out. I'm sitting right by the Yankees bench. I'm gonna be screaming that out. Oh shit! There go that boy Tony Rizzi.
Oh my god! You know who's pitching that game?
Not yet.
Oh yeah, it's late July, so probably not.
I hope Nestor.
Yeah, I was gonna say either Nestor or Garrett.
It'd be great to see nasty Nestor pitch in Yankee Stadium South.
I will say though, sorry, I'm getting back on topic on the trade deadline because I've been thinking while I was listening to you guys over here.
Right.
We need somebody who can put some points on the board because there's no reason Max Scherzer has 11 strikeouts last night and we take a loss.
We were just talking about that right before the Baker
trade. What the hell was that?
I have no idea. That's just absolutely incredible to me. 11 strikeouts and we still lose.
11 strikeouts, pretty much a shutout game until the end.
That was his first game back from the Rumble Ponies as well, I believe.
Yeah.
Every time the Mets lose, I keep thinking, this is it. This is when it's going to happen. It hasn't happened yet.
So, no, ever since you said that, we talked about it a couple episodes ago. I think we were on a little bad of a streak here, and you were like, "Is this the time?" And I was like, "I'm not giving up yet." And we've lost, and then we win, and then we lose 2, and then we'll win 3, and then we'll lose 2 more, and then we'll win 4. And it's I don't know. It's inconsistent right now, but I'm not giving up yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
Not yet, anyway. Moving on.
Yeah, let's do our standing updates and take a look at our stat leaders.
Yeah. All right. So the standings we got in the AL East.
Division of Champs.
Someone humble Isaac, please.
Hey, I have tried to be humble all season, but we're almost.
You've been good.
We're getting up there to 60 wins. Come on.
I know you guys are 2 wins away. It's insane. You got the Yankees leading it all, of course, and because the Yankees are so damn good, the Red Sox are 13 whole games behind them.
Unlucky 13, place. Where they should be in the gutter.
It's not even the Red Sox that are bad. Like the Yankees
no,
are
the
just
Red Sox
too
are great.
friggin' good.
The Red Sox are great. Like I'm kind of nervous about our series coming up later this week. Like the
Yeah.
Red Sox are great. It's just we're so much better.
Yeah. And then you got Tampa 14 games back,
They've fallen
Toronto
off a cliff.
14 and a half,
So have
and
they.
then Baltimore 20 and a half games.
They're getting better.
They are
Baltimore's getting a lot better.
That's
If
what we've been
Baltimore-
saying.
If the Orioles keep up the pace that they're on right now, you could make an argument they could slip into a wild card spot. They have
They
to.
had a walk-off last night.
Yeah, they have to. They would have to have Tampa and Toronto fall apart, and I think they can because every time Tampa and Toronto come up to play us, they get wiped. If they keep doing that, we got a couple more series with both of them. All Baltimore needs is to just win most of their games going forward, which I think they can. And they have a chance to slip into a wild card spot. That would be great for that city and that team because the Orioles have suffered so long. It's like, can you imagine, bro? Yankees-Orioles playoff game in Camden Yards, getting tickets to that.
That'd be a nice packed stadium too. I would love to go to that.
I would definitely go to one.
Orioles, make it happen, man.
Make it happen.
You are the only other team in that division I like. Do it.
Right? And then you got the AL Central. The Twins are leading it all. Then the Guardians are 4.5 games back. The White Sox are 6.5 games back. The Tigers are 12 games back. And the Royals are 15.5 games back.
Single tier. Sorry, Mom. The Royals are trash again.
Oh, yeah. Your mom's a Royals fan.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
2015 seems so far away.
Right? So then moving on to the AL East, or the AL West, my bad. You have the Houston Asterix leading it all. And then the Mariners 13.5 games behind that. The Rangers 15.5 games behind. The Angels 17. And then the Athletics are 26.5 games back. 26.
We knew they were going to be bad when they started the season off and actually didn't look terrible. Okay.
That's true.
After watching their performance against the Yankees, where we gave them so many opportunities and they just could not capitalize. This Athletics team is horrible.
Yeah.
I think one of their pitchers is 1-8.
He's one of their better pitchers.
Yeah.
They've got one. Yep. They've got one guy. They do have one guy who's actually been having a really good season. I think.
He's got all their wins basically.
Yeah, the Yankees announcers was like, "There's this one guy we have to face tonight. That's like a good player on a bad team. Oh, there's a guy you want to go for the trade deadline. If I'm him, I'm begging the Athletics to trade me, get me out of here, put me on a good team." And
yeah, it's.
Who is that?
Yeah. And then for moving on to the National League, where we start off with the East, we have the team Calvin likes. They are leading it all. And the Mets. And then you have the Braves 2.5 games back. My Phillies 7 games back. The Marlins 10 games back. And the Nationals a very beautiful 22 games back.
It's gotten a tight race in that top 3 though.
It's far from decided. The Central with the Brewers leading it all. It's kind of going back and forth between the Brewers and the Cardinals. The Cardinals have, because of us, they're 3 games back behind Milwaukee. The Pirates are 12.5 games back. The Cubs are 13. And the Cincinnati Reds are 17.5 games behind them. And then finally in the West, the Dodgers are leading it all. Then the Padres are 5.5 games back. The Giants are 10.5. The Diamondbacks are 14.5. And the Rockies are 16.5 games back. So, I mean, it's really a 2-team race right now. Honestly.
Basically.
But, I mean, at least Chris Bryant finally had his first home run.
Yeah. I guess.
You know?
Let's do our stat updates and then move over to some chaos over the NBA. So, leaders, who we got?
All right, so for batting average, we have Luis Arias leading it with 346. With home runs, you have that dude that wears number 99 in the Bronx with 29. But Schwarby's catching up, Isaac. Schwarby is catching up. He has 25. So he's catching up.
25.
Judge has 29, bro. It's still June. Let Schwarber cook. All right.
A lot of baseball left.
Exactly. For RBI, it's that dude that Calvin likes that plays in Queens, I believe. He was number 20. He has 69 RBIs. For hits, you have Rafael Devers with 104. Goldschmidt is very close with 102, so that's getting up there. For stolen bases, John Birdie with 25. So that's, Julio Rodriguez is 21, so we'll see how that goes. For pitching, we got wins. It's a three-way tie between Logan Gilbert, Justin Verlander, and Tony Gonsolin. They all have 10, and a few people have 9, so that's a very close, which is expected to be very close. For ERA, Tony Gonsolin leading it with 1.54. For saves, Josh Hader, of course, has 25. For strikeouts, Shane McClanahan has 133. And for quality starts, Framber Valdez has 14. So, and a lot have 13.
I was telling people about Shane the other day. A lot of guys didn't know about Shane. A lot of my friends that are doing betting and stuff, when Shane was on the mound the other day, they were like, "Who's this Shane guy?" Because
he's going stupid.
A couple of the Discords that they follow and stuff like that, they're like, Shane for 6 strikeouts, this, that, and the third. My guys were asking me, they're like, "Who's this Shane guy? Who's this Shane guy?" I said, "Man, don't play with Shane. I guarantee you he'll give at least 6 to the Blue Jays today." And I think he gave him 7 that day.
Yeah, he's been having a great season.
Yeah, Shane's a great pitcher.
All right, yeah, he really is. All right, though. So that's enough MLB drama. Let's move on to some more drama with the NBA.
Oh, there's plenty of drama in the NBA.
What the hell is happening in Brooklyn? KD requesting a trade?
What's happening in Brooklyn is that their great experiment failed.
Yep.
I just think about it.
It all crashed and burned when it started with James Harden. That was the start of it. And now it's just
they never should have brought Harden in. The second that they brought Harden in, there started being a power struggle between their big 3 stars. They just couldn't mesh. And look what happened.
Speaking of James
That's what
Harden,
I'm going to say.
Bro, can you please freaking sign?
He said he's gonna, right?
He's going to. He was in the Hamptons with Embiid, going stupid with Meek Mill and all that. Like, it's going to happen. But, like, thank you for taking James Harden.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for taking a huge discount. Like, it's appreciated. But can you please just sign?
He will.
Just
don't
sign.
worry.
We want you back. I want to go to the first game of the season and see you and Embiid just go stupid and drop 30 points each with Maxey. Like, come on.
Yeah,
please.
Very high expectations.
Those guys in Brooklyn, though, the coaching staff says they're prepared. They're treating the roster as if they're prepared that KD and Kyrie are back next year.
As they should, because they will be.
I believe so, too. I believe the only way a deal gets done is if Brooklyn gets 2 All-Stars back in return.
Yeah. Which isn't going to happen.
Yeah, nobody's giving up 2 All-Stars. The only team I can see giving up 2 All-Stars, I don't even know if they have 2 All-Stars over there. I was going to say Miami might give up 2 All-Stars for KD, but they're not giving up Jimmy Butler. No way.
It'd be Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, and, like, picks.
Yeah. No.
I
guess KD and Kyrie are just going to have to prepare for Brooklyn next year. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Philly has the most to give. Like, straight up. But, we have Maxey, which I literally don't want to happen. I want Maxey to be a Sixer for life. But I'm saying, like, in terms of assets, like...
That, you guys do have a lot of assets, but the team with the most assets might be Golden State. They have the most leverage over anybody if they want.
I forgot about that.
If they really want Kevin Durant back, they have the most leverage over anybody. You can offer Jordan Poole. You can offer a couple picks. There's There's that center that they have.
Wiggins.
And they got Wiggins. You know, there's a couple people that they. Yeah, so I think Golden State has the best leverage if they really want Kevin Durant back. But the only way that Golden State goes and gets Kevin Durant is if somehow Kyrie lands in LA with LeBron, because Golden State is scared of Kyrie and LeBron. I will say that live on air right now. Golden State is scared of Kyrie and LeBron. Even
Can
in
you
year
blame them?
I don't know if I'd agree with that. I respect the take, but I don't know if I agree with that, just because
this go ahead.
I feel like Golden State doesn't have any real reason to go after KD, because they have this young core. They just proved that they can still win with this core.
Yeah.
If any team's going to go after KD, it's going to be a team that's on the fringe but just needs a little bit of a push. I know KD was tweeting about the Thunder earlier today because of what Chet Holmgren has been doing during the summer league. So
it's because he's wearing KD's shoes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's my pick for Rookie of the Year right there.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
Chet went stupid.
That's my Rookie of the Year right there.
Every team to be great in the NBA, they need at least one white boy who knows what he's doing. Every look back on the history of the NBA. Every team that's won a championship, they've got a white boy who knows what he's doing.
Hey, I promise you can always count on him. Corner pocket, 3-ball, or they just know what they're doing. Exactly like I said. Like look at the Heat, for example. They have Mike Miller. Like or the Cavs, Kyle Korver.
Yeah.
Like
every team. All those Bulls teams in the 90s that were tearing things up.
Steve Kerr.
They had Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was always there. They had a trio of them: Steve Kerr, Luke Longley, and Tony Kukoc. They always had some white boys who knew what they were doing.
Steve Kerr actually four-peated because he won 3 straight with the Bulls and then went to the Spurs and won with the Spurs.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited to watch OKC with Chet Holmgren. That's going to be fun. But I think, back to what we were saying about KD, the only team that really I think is going to go for KD, any team that is on the fringe, that they just need one big piece. Like, think about it like this. The Toronto Raptors, for much of the 2010s, they were that team that was always on the fringe. They had great players. They had great chemistry between their players, but they could never get over the hump. They needed just one spark, one good player. I see Kylie's mood has changed good because she knows what I'm talking about. They splurged and they got Kawhi Leonard. That was the last piece they need. KD is going to go to a team that has the pieces necessary to make a push. They just need one last piece in place, one last spark. And if I'm being honest, the team that seems most likely probably is Miami. The only issue is Miami would have to give up some pretty big pieces to get KD. And I don't think they're willing to do that.
I'm telling you right now, if your team gets Kevin Durant, I will hate you for life.
I will love it. I will forgive Kevin Durant for the whole Golden State thing. I will embrace the fact that we grew up in the same neighborhood, because we did.
DMV.
Yeah, I would love, and this team has already won a championship, but I would love to see Kevin Durant in Milwaukee with Giannis.
Ooh. That could be the start of a dynasty right there. That's my problem.
No, because here's my thing, and I've been saying this for forever. Ever since the playoffs pretty much started for the NBA. We are done seeing super teams. We are done seeing the trios, the dynamic duos doing it all. That's not going to happen anymore.
As much as we'd like it to happen, it won't. Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's not going to happen anymore because the players are just too injured, or there's always something going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to need depth. And there's a reason why the Warriors and the Celtics were in the finals.
Yeah.
Because they had the most depth.
That's very true. Because when Marcus Smart goes down, you can bring in
exactly.
What was number 9's name? He used to play for the Spurs. I don't know. The young cat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
But
there's a reason why teams like
Derek White.
Yeah, you're right. So aside from the fact that KD, we were a KD half of a foot size away from seeing that trio go to the conference finals last year, they don't happen. I mean, you have Giannis in Milwaukee with amazing role players and just really great depth, and you have it was Boston and it was Miami. Miami had great depth, fantastic depth. And then you had Tyler Hero coming off the bench. You know how good you have to be for Tyler Hero to be off the bench?
Yeah.
So it's just like you're not gonna see, top heavy. There's a reason the Sixers didn't make it.
Yeah, that's
We
very
didn't
true.
have the depth. Yeah, we didn't have the depth. Now we do. We have fantastic depth, but I mean, it's the top heavy, teams anymore.
That's very true.
Yeah,
I can agree with that.
I mean, it's a new era, and that's what I've just been noticing because players are, and it's not exactly their fault, but also at the same time, like you have players constantly moving teams.
Last duo to win a championship, LeBron and AD.
It's true. Wait, I thought we all agreed that didn't count because of the bubble.
Nah, that counts.
It 110% counts. It's honestly, I would say it's.
But they beat my team. It shouldn't count.
All those guys had to go through the same treatment.
Yes, we have talked about this endlessly, my dude. Like
I know.
It is.
Love bringing it back up.
No, I know it's funny, and I know you don't mean it, but a lot of people do, and it's the funniest thing to me because the bubble is probably the realest basketball we'll ever see.
Oh yeah, because it was literally like AAU. Like there's literally no fans out there. You got moms and their kids, and it's like it's literally like AAU out there. It was silent gym.
Yeah, and you didn't have.
And on top of that, if Miami would have won that championship, then they would have been like, "Oh, LeBron lost another championship. What does it do to his legacy?" Blah blah blah. The championship would have counted if Miami won. If Miami won, the championship definitely would have counted. But since LeBron won, it's a Mickey Mouse ring, bubble ring.
True.
Mickey Mouse rings don't exist except for the one the Raptors won.
Hey,
and
wait a minute.
And Astros.
Oh yeah, the Astros one is. Don't worry about the Raptors.
The only reason I say the Raptors is because they cheered for KD's injury, so I don't validate that championship.
Probably.
And because that shot was lucky in the second round.
That shot,
great shot though.
Extreme, legendary. Couple other things to go over for NBA. There's another trade. I don't think we mentioned this one. Rudy Gobert to Minnesota. Brian Windhurst, by the way.
Windeasy.
Shams and Waj better watch out because Brian Windhurst knows something.
Now, why is that?
Oh, we're gonna be using that meme for the rest of our lives.
That's my favorite thing because I love it so much.
I'm excited. Minnesota's gonna look fun. Minnesota's gonna be fun.
No, they're not.
I was just saying not too long ago, a couple episodes ago, that the West was going to be fun this year. And I mentioned Minnesota being one of those teams. They had a lot of young guys. But now they have towers down there in the paint.
Yeah.
Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns together in the paint is going to be special.
Yeah.
And they kept D'Angelo Russell and also Anthony Edwards. So
they had to give up Pat Bev, but you know what? Hopefully it'll be worth it. He's fine. His energy
guy.
He's got great energy, and that spreads to the rest of the team.
1,000%.
This is true.
Yeah.
What it doesn't matter who it is on a team. If one person has that type of energy, it spreads to the rest of the team in a heartbeat.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
A couple more stuff from the NBA to wrap up before we move on to NFL. And that is that Steph Curry's Game 1 Finals jersey sold for $203,330.
The worn jersey?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy. Moving on to the NFL. I'm actually really excited to actually talk about this now because something really funny happened that I was laughing at. Do you guys know who the Panthers play in week 1?
Who?
Cleveland?
No
way!
Go get their ass, Baker. Yeah.
Let's go!
Yeah. They play in week 1. They play in week 1.
Wow.
The comment,
Let's go.
the replies to Bleacher Report's tweet about this are the funniest thing. 5 touchdowns total. Mid v mid. The mid bull. The mid
Wait,
off.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm slamming Baker Mayfield's bets that day.
Yes.
Please.
You know
Please.
he's gonna like
'Cause
go off.
Just so we're clear, the Browns week 1 starter is most likely going to be Jacoby Brissett because of the whole Deshaun Watson BS that's going on with him. So it's going to be Jacoby Brissett, great backup, but not a great starter, versus Baker Mayfield probably. If the Panthers, depending on who wins the Panthers quarterback.
It's gonna be Baker.
It's gonna be Baker. Sam Darnold's trash. He's not better than Baker, and Baker's not good. So
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But I'll trust Baker to give me 5 touchdowns before I trust Sam Darnold to give me 5 touchdowns.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
some other stuff happening in the NFL. Not a lot this week. This is a quiet week. Teams are reporting to minicamp. We did have this.
That's because the NFL knew to respectfully shut up for the NBA free agency.
Yeah, that's great. They know not to do crazy things. The NHL can take points from them.
Congo does want to come back on. That's some great NFL news.
Excellent.
Dude, he's more than welcome to come back on.
Yeah. I'd love to.
I couldn't really hear the FaceTime, but like, he's more than welcome.
Yeah, that's basically all he was telling you was that he wanted to get back on. He had some stuff he wanted to talk about. He wanted to talk about roughing the passer for some reason. So,
hey man, bring it back. I want to see quarterbacks get their shit rocked. Bring it back.
Lineman talking about roughing the passer, dude. I can't wait to hear that take.
You don't say. Some other news. So, this is a little sadder, but we do need to touch up on it. Autopsy was performed on Demaryius Thomas, and a report came out that CTE that he did have CTE. So that is yet another NFL player who has passed away recently, who is found to have CTE. So just something to keep
it's like stage 2, I believe.
Yeah,
man, it's very sad to hear. They've definitely tried to, boost the equipment and stuff like that to help prevent those type of things, concussions and things like that. But like, even still, you're getting hit at 20 miles per hour every time you're being tackled. Sometimes you're hitting head to head, like
it's like getting hit by a car at slow speed. So
exactly, and it's not even just in the NFL. You started at a young age. Those guys have been playing since they're 5-6 years old. So it's like years of beating your head over and over again. It's very sad.
Yeah. I just hope people can just stay safe. I mean, this shit's just crazy.
Yeah, seriously.
One last piece of NFL news. The city of Chicago is considering putting a dome on Soldier Field to keep the Bears from moving to Arlington Heights.
I actually like that idea.
I do too, but I want to see Soldier Field before the dome is put on.
See, the problem is that's not even the real Soldier Field. The real Soldier Field was demolished in 2002 when they tried to renovate it, and they ended up accidentally demolishing it to the point where it got taken off the United States National Registry of Historical Structures. That's not the real Soldier Field. That's a butchering of Soldier Field. So go ahead and put a dome on it because it's not Soldier Field.
True.
Yeah, real Soldier Field was incredible.
It would just kind of be like Minnesota, so,
Plus, it's like
U.S. Bank Stadium is beautiful.
As long as the Packers and the other teams that play outdoors, that play in the North, still keep their stadiums open, we're fine.
I like
the second that they put a roof on Lambeau Field, football is dead. Because there is no reason why we should be afraid of playing in the cold. If the Vikings could spend half of their history playing outdoors in freezing cold Minnesota, just want to point out, when the Vikings played outside, they consistently went to the Super Bowl. Why is that they have not been to the Super Bowl since they moved into a dome? Now, why is that?
No,
that's
why
very
is
true.
That?
I'm just saying. All right. You changed the name of the next segment, Kylie.
Do you want me to change it back?
No, I'm over my depression over the Lightning.
Okay. Let's move on to your somewhat depressed hockey corner.
I'm okay. I rewatched highlights of the Avalanche's run, and I've come to grips with them. Speaking of the Avalanche, off-season free agency is getting started. The Avalanche re-signed Andrew Cogliano, so they got some good depth pieces there. That's good because a lot of the Avalanche's players are old guys who are probably not going to stick around much longer. Jack Johnson. So it's good that they're starting to lock people down. Off season has kicked into full swing in the NHL. We have the draft tomorrow night. I'm actually going to be hosting a little show with some of our members of the network. Evan and Mikey are going to be on. That's going to be a lot of fun. So tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern time. to watch that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Montreal's got the first overall pick. Give me 1 second here. I need to find in my notes where I put it because I am a little messy with where I put my notes. There we go. Montreal's got the first overall pick. Presumed first overall picks is either going to be Shane Wright or I'm going to misspell his name terribly or mispronounce. Juraj Slavkovsky from Slovenia?
Probably.
Slovakia. They have this like the same flag. It's fine. Those are the two prospects that are picked to go number 1 overall. A lot of people have been saying Juraj might go number 1 overall. I don't know. Knowing Montreal's history and how the Canadians kind of have a tendency, I think they're going to go with the Canadian because Montreal kind of likes to do that. There was a time when Montreal literally only picked drafted players based on whether or not they were French Canadians.
Tankathon has Montreal getting Shane Wright.
Yeah, so I personally think they're going to go with Shane Wright. I'm very interested to see what Tampa does because Tampa did something very interesting and kind of infuriating. We re-signed Nick Paul, which was good. Great depth piece. He really kind of flourished, blossomed this year into a solid player. We also traded Ryan McDonough to Nashville for kitty litter. Now, I know there's some people in the Old City Sports Network who are probably going to start blowing up my phone that I just called Philip Myers kitty litter. I'm sorry. I'd never heard of him before this trade. I don't know who he is. I don't know who Philip Myers or the other guy, Greg Mismash are. But
he's a former Flyer.
He's a former Flyer. At the end of the day, though, I understand why Tampa had to do it. They're trying to free up cap space because they want to keep some of the core players from their last couple of runs on the squad for a little bit longer and try and keep their window open. I get it. It's just really, out of all the things you could trade McDonough for, you couldn't have found anyone who could give you a little better, just a little better. That's just what I'm going to say. I'm just a little annoyed that's what they had to go with.
I feel that.
Let's see what else we got. Rick Bowness has become the new head coach of the Jets. Hopefully that'll help Winnipeg get over the hump because they feel like they've been a team that's on the cusp of greatness. They just can't. They just need better coaching. The first actually big thing from the offseason we got was Kevin Fiala got traded to the Kings from the NHL's eternal disappointment, the Minnesota Wild. Just signed a 7-year deal there. That's Minnesota for you. It's just, hey, look at this great depth player. Let's trade him.
Poor Wild.
Yeah, they're never going to find success. And then finally, a bit of history. Mike Greer, new executive, new GM of the San Jose Sharks, the first Black executive in NHL history. We're breaking down that barrier. He has said he doesn't think that the Sharks need a full rebuild, which that's a little bit alarming. Because if you haven't noticed about the Sharks, they haven't been to the playoffs in 3 years and are kind of just a bunch of old guys, but they got some young youth, maybe. I personally think they do need a rebuild because the Sharks have kind of been on the cusp of the playoffs every year for almost their entire existence. In fact, literally, this morning, I was just looking it up. This 3-year streak of not being in the playoffs is the longest in Sharks history. 3 years.
Wow.
Compare that to a team like Buffalo, by the way, or Carolina. Compare it to a team like Carolina, who I believe had a 10-year streak of not making the playoffs from like 2009 to 2019. And the Sharks are complaining about a 3-year streak. Be grateful.
Right?
Yeah. That's pretty much everything I got from you guys from the NHL. There's going to be a lot more coming out after the draft. We'll have to see what happens. Kylie, I hope you're happy because the Devils have the number 2 pick.
Yeah.
There you go.
We do. We'll see. We'll see what we do with that one. I'm not sure where we go with it, but we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's time to get into our little fun stuff we like to do at the end of every episode. We already did Goober of the Week. That's the Rangers for all that. Also, shout out Goober of the Week, sponsored by Rob Manfred. Does go to the Browns because wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that
Seriously.
Is it time for Who Won It All that year?
It is.
Oh, I haven't picked a year yet. I keep wanting to do years way back, like in the 80s and 70s, but I don't think that's fair because we weren't born yet. So I'll just do a year that's a little easier. Let me find it. Where is this year? Here we go. We're gonna do a season. We're gonna do the 2010 season. because we've done every year from 2008 to 2013 except for 2010. So we're going to do 2010. It was the start of 2 dynasties and also the end of 1 dynasty, and some random team won in another league that is really weird or something. You'll figure it out in a second. Let's start things off simple. Who was your Super Bowl champion for 2010?
I think that was Rodgers, wasn't it?
There you go. Green Bay beating the Steelers in Dallas. That weird game that was close but not close. That didn't really make sense. There you go.
Yeah.
Give me the NBA champions.
2010s could only be Kobe.
There you go.
Lakers.
Yeah.
It was the end of the Lakers. It was the end of the Lakers 2000s dynasty. They wrapped things up by beating the Celtics in 7 games.
Good.
Great series, by the way. Great series.
Yeah, I was gonna say because after that it was Bron.
Yeah.
It
It was the last year that the NBA was normal until LeBron basically said, "All right, my turn." Give me your Stanley Cup champions for 2010. I could hear Flyers fans screaming in the distance.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to get kicked off the network for even mentioning this finals. I know it.
You're right.
I know.
We love you guys, though.
I can feel them staring at me through the screen.
Yeah.
Who won the Stanley Cup in 2010? Please don't
I
kill
have a
me.
Flyers jersey on. I'm okay. Who was it? It wasn't.
I'll give you a hint. There's a big asterisk next to them now. Their whole little mini dynasty.
Oh, Blackhawks.
There you go. Yeah, it was the Blackhawks with that goal that got stuck. The puck got stuck in the net, and oh god, I could feel Flyers. Flyers fans are about to start throwing things at me that I even mentioned this. That Flyers team was the first Flyers team to make the finals since 1997, and they put up a really good fight. They really did. And then the Blackhawks won off of a goofy goal that is still to this day one of the strangest game-winning goals of all time. Just it got stuck in the net, and nobody knew. It got stuck kind of behind the net, but in the net, and nobody knew what had happened. And everybody was like, "What the hell?" I mean, the Blackhawks are celebrating, and the Flyers players are like, "Wait a minute, we're still playing, right? What happened?" Everyone's like, "Where did the puck go?" Meanwhile, the Blackhawks are like, "We won, yeah." All right, finally, give me World Series champs of 2010. It was another team that would go on to have a little mini dynasty.
Giants?
Oh, yeah, Giants. I almost Giants swept the Rangers.
Wow.
Yeah. Those Madison Bum, the Mad Bum Tim Lincecum Giants.
Yeah.
Were all
They were so
really
good.
They were so good.
Dude, they were nasty.
Completely unrelated, but both of my legs have fallen asleep. That's not fair, right?
All right, so moving on. We got 2 facts and a lie. I got a good one for you guys.
Okay.
All right.
So first, number 1, Kyle Schwarber demanded a trade from the Nationals, and that's how he ended up in Boston. Number 2, until 1850, golf balls are made from leather stuffed with feathers.
Oh. Hang on. I got to mute myself real quick. I just cramped my leg.
You know, he's screaming in pain right now.
Yep.
Isaac.
That is hilarious.
You never know what you're gonna see when you watch this podcast, man. There's always something.
Always something. Could be faulty Wi-Fi. Could get a leg cramp.
Anything. Breaking news.
Okay. Keep going. I turn off the camera. If for anyone can't know, the way I was sitting, my leg kind of fell asleep, and when I tried to move it to wake it up, I think I may have I cramped it up, so I'm kind of just in an awkward position. Keep going, Kylie. We're good. Keep going. I'm just kind of laying on the ground here, trying to get the feeling back in my legs. God, this is embarrassing.
Okay, and then the fastest hat trick in NHL history took 21 seconds.
Huh. I'm gonna go with the third one.
Yeah,
That's
I think the
definitely a
third
lie.
one's a lie too.
That makes no sense unless
Yeah?
Wayne Gretzky did something really stupid in the 80s, which he probably should have. He probably did. Oh.
Well, it wasn't Wayne Gretzky, but it did happen. So
What?
the answer is actually number 1. Kyle Schwarber did not demand a trade.
Oh, Doy.
Wow.
Right. Doy, you're right.
Ha! Got you, bitches.
Wait, so who did it in 21 seconds? Who did it?
Yeah, who did that?
I had the answer to that.
That is
I'm
insane.
alive.
It was in 1950 or 67.
The 60s? In the 60s?
Yeah.
When hockey was slow?
Yeah.
Hold up.
Let's see. It was by Bill Mosienko. It was in 1952.
I don't think I've ever heard of him.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Calvin, end us off before the special announcement. What's your best bets?
All right. I
know you've had a busy day, but
we got a couple of great pitchers on the mound today. I like the Toronto Blue Jays over the Athletics. Jose Barrios on the mound. Shohei Ohtani is on the mound tonight. Do not miss his strikeouts. He is every time I say I'm going to go put Shohei's strikeouts, he goes over 11, and I never put his strikeouts. So that's stupid of me. I'm going to listen to myself today, and you should listen too. Shohei Ohtani, at least over 6 strikeouts. Slam it. Whoever's listening to this right now, slam it. I also like the Angels to win because when that guy's on the mound, the Angels just play different. I'm biased here, but David Peterson on the mound, go with the Mets. The Cardinals and the Braves game is actually going to be 2 great pitchers on the mound. I like the under in that game. Max Fried and Miles Mikolas. Yankees, don't even need to talk about them. Just go put your whole house on the Yankees against the I also like Severino as a great pitcher, so put Severino 4 strikeouts. Put your whole house on Philadelphia tonight. Your house, your car, computer,
life insurance.
Put everything on the Philadelphia Phillies tonight. Aaron Nola on the mound too. I like at least 4 to 5 strikeouts. Tampa Bay's got Corey Kluber on the mound. I'm going to stay away from that Red Sox Tampa Bay game. That could go either way, even with the Red Sox having a young guy on the mound. Yeah, that's what I like today. Well, the Dodgers are the Dodgers. I like the Dodgers over Colorado as well.
All right.
That's the best bets for today. Do not miss out on Shohei Ohtani, though. I'm telling all you people now. If you don't listen to me, you're going to wake up mad in the morning because I woke up mad the last 3 times Shohei's on the mound and I didn't go slam it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we have a special announcement going on here. We're not going to give you the full details because we have something crazy planned. Well, not crazy, but we have something planned to reveal it. But this is the last episode of the Sportsgasm podcast.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We are not ending, but we are changing the name.
Yep, official rebrand time. Gonna rebrand it something a little more. I would say. What word would you use?
Suitable for your grandmother to wear on a shirt, maybe.
Probably. I love the name Sportsgasm, but yeah, that's the point. I don't think can't get your grandma. You can't get your grandma a Sportsgasm hoodie for Christmas unless she's cool. Because if she's cool, then
yeah, just stay tuned for our social media pages. We will be having all of that change today. So thank you guys for listening. This is a new era yet again of this podcast. We always have something going on, always something crazy. So you never know what could happen when you watch this podcast. We have live reactions to crazy shit and so much going on. So
yep. Before we sign off for today, just remember tomorrow, 7 p.m. Me, Mikey, and Evan from the Old City Sports Network are going to be jumping on live reactions to the NHL draft. We're going to be drunk. We're going to be funny. I'm probably going to say some terrible things about the Florida Panthers because they deserve it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Before we leave, too, I know I've said some crazy things about this guy on here, but shout out to Baker Mayfield, man. I hope you go do your thing in Carolina.
Seriously. Out Baker.
Of course. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. You guys have been awesome. Stay tuned for all the crazy stuff we got going on. Interact with us on social media. We are always very active. Thank you guys as always for listening. Tune in to us next week as always at 1 o'clock. We are on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Amazon Music,
Any platform you can think
Spotify.
of.
Yeah, pretty much any platform. We're everywhere because that's how we do things around here. Thank you as always to our sponsors. You guys are fantastic. We will see you guys next week, and Isaac will see you guys tomorrow.
I'll see everybody tomorrow. Peace. See you guys next week.
Peace out.